So we are, let's make sure everyone's on mute. Brittany, I'm going to put you on mute. Okay, there we go. All right, so go ahead and start on your backs. I'm just going to rest down here, and I want you to start some cleansing breaths here. Deep Ujjayi breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. So it's not about like relaxing here because we're going to start moving. It's more about just connecting with the breath. Bring in a little bit of presence into the entire body. So I want you to feel that breath flow from the root chakra all the way up to the crown chakra. And as you breathe in, fill the belly. Expand the ribs. See if you can get that diaphragm up underneath the ribs. So we're hollowing out that belly. And then as you exhale, you hug the ribs towards the spine, or excuse me, towards that navel to spine. So inhale through the belly. Expand the ribs all the way up to the crown of the head. And then exhale, hug those ribs in towards that navel towards the spine. Let's take about 5 more breaths here, nice and slow and steady, your own pace. Scan the body, notice how you feel, no judgments, no expectations. Just bring awareness to it and then try to let it go. Nice, 2 more breaths. And on this last deep breath, set a little intention for your practice. Something positive, just to kind of keep you going or bring yourself back to that anchor, that intention throughout the practice, anytime that mind starts to wander. And then we'll go ahead and hug the knees into the chest. We're going to do a couple twisting, spinal twists here right from the start along with our core work. Good. Go ahead and rotate out the ankles here. Good. And then let the knees fall to the left. Take your gaze over that right shoulder. So don't worry about forcing the knees down. We're really warming up here. Just allow the knees to fall naturally. Go ahead and bring those knees back to center. Let them fall to the right. We're not holding these as long because we're doing another twist after. So deep breaths in. Exhale, soften. So it's always really nice to warm up and stretch out the side body as well as the back. And then just go ahead and bring those knees back to tabletop. Bring your arms out by your side if they're not there. Palms face down, and then I want you to tuck the tailbone under so you're pressing your back into the mat. The knees are stacked directly over the hips. We're going to take a deep breath in. As we exhale, we're going to drop the knees to the right, but we're not going to let them touch. We're just going to hover. Good, and then exhale, pull them back to center. Good, inhale to the left. Exhale to center. Nice. Inhale to the right. Exhale to center. Good. Left. Inhale. Exhale. All right, we're going to add on these next couple. As you inhale, extend the legs out. Hold. Breathe. Bend the knees back in. Bring it back to center. Exhale. So So it's an inhale to the left, extend the legs, bend the knees, exhale back to center. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more time each side. Inhale, exhale. Really hug those ribs in. Inhale, exhale. Good. Extend the left leg, hug the right knee into the chest, and then twist over to the left. So single leg spinal twist. Gaze is over that right shoulder. Your back's going to feel really nice here after these twists. And then let's go ahead and bring that right knee back to center. Go ahead, extend that right leg up high. You have the option to keep the left leg down or hover. We're going to bring the fingertips behind and we're going to pulse. Good. The shoulder blades lift. Navel presses down towards that spine. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Switch. Hug the left knee into the chest. Right leg extends down. And then we twist over to the right. Gaze over the left shoulder. So this one, if you want to give a little bit of push to get that knee to touch, feel free. And one more breath. And then we'll bring the knee back to center. Hug it in nice and tight and then extend it up. Again, option to keep the right leg down or hover. Fingertips behind. Here we go. We pulse. Good. Relax the shoulders. Don't lift them up towards the ears. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. Bring both knees in. And we're just going to roll up to a seated position. We're going to do one more little core work. We're going to lift it up into boat. Knees to the right, arms extend over the left. If you have to, bring the hands down. We're taking a twisted boat crunch. So this would be modification. My knees are going to come up into that right shoulder. Good. If you're taking full expression, arms are to the left. The knees still come up into the right shoulder. Good. Relax the shoulders. For 4, 3, squeeze into that left oblique, cinch that waist. 2, and 1. Nice. Bring it back to boat. See if you can balance. Remember, your hands are always available to you. Twist the knees to the left. You can keep your hands down or reach the arms over to the right. And we take it down, low boat, and then back to high boat. Good. Breathe. Squeeze into that right side. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to boat. Hopefully your core is burning like mine. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Maybe extend the legs up for 2 more breaths. You can do it. And then cross the ankles. Let's come into tabletop position. We're not doing cat-cows because we warmed up the spine plenty. Let's go ahead and extend that left leg behind us. Good, and then I'm going to open up to the left. So my right knee has to turn. I'm opening up to the left. Right hand down, left arm reaches up. Left hand behind the head. Couple more crunches here. Tap the right knee, the left knee to the left elbow for 4, 3, 2, don't forget to smile. 1, nice. Extend, extend, and bend that knee. See if you can reach the inside of that foot and take a little half bow here. So kick that foot into the hand. Maybe take your gaze over the left shoulder. If you need help with balance, your gaze can come down onto the mat. Beautiful. And then extend. Go ahead and flip it back over into your 3-legged tabletop. And then release that left leg down. Let's come to the other side. Right leg extends. You're going to open up to the right. So I have to shift that left knee. Extend, flex the foot, really engage like you're in that half moon. Right hand comes behind the head, and again, we crunch. And tap. Good. Nice. We have 3, squeeze it. 2, and 1. Extend, and then bend that right knee. Reach for the inside of that foot. Kick that foot into the hand. Take your gaze over that right shoulder, or you can take your gaze down. And then slowly release. We'll flip back over to that 3-legged tabletop. And then release that right leg down. Let's go ahead and curl the toes under, press back, downward facing dog. So find that external rotation in the arms, guys. Press the chest towards the thighs. Find your inverted V, and sometimes we take it too wide, right? So feel free to walk your feet up. Your heels don't have to touch, but you want a nice, strong, tight V here. Shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Always ending in that positive yes, yes, yes. Don't forget to hug those elbows. See if you can press away from the mat so you're lifting out of the shoulders. Good, and then we'll come up high on the toes. We'll bend the knees, chest, the thighs, shift forward into plank. Hover the right leg. Breathe. Firm into the arms. Maybe find that protraction in the scapulas. And then drop the right foot down, downward facing dog. Come high on the toes, bend the knees, chest, and thighs, shift into plank. Left leg hovers, scoop, scoop, round. Drop the left leg, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up high, ground through that left heel. Notice if those elbows already started to buckle. Keep them strong here, guys. We're building a strong shoulder girdle to hold our body weight up. Bend the right knee, stack the hip, take the gaze underneath the right shoulder and breathe. Good, inhale, right leg up high, square that right hip off, and we're gonna bring it through for runner's lunge. Left knee drops down, inhale, sweep the arms up. Good, get into that hip first. Good, and then we're gonna take our quad stretch. So right hand comes onto the knee. I'm gonna bend this back knee and then reach for that foot with my left hand and try to pull that heel towards the glutes. And then if you want more of this, I want you to slightly tuck that tailbone under. Good, lift up nice and tall. Breathe and soften. If this is intense, what can you do to keep yourself calm and relaxed? Good, slowly come out of this. So don't fling or slingshot that foot. Hands come to the inside. We're gonna walk over to the left side and just take some side to side lunges here. So all I wanna do is open up the hips for when we come into that Skandasana pose. And just by doing this, you may notice that one inner thigh is tighter than the other. I can already feel this left inner thigh is pulling. So that usually means that side's pretty much tighter. Good, so then we'll just walk over to frame that front foot, runner's lunge. Right foot meets the left into your plank. We take our first chaturanga, up dog, maybe pause and just breathe into this up dog. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Your thighs are lifted. Shoulder tips press back, squeeze. So we retract the shoulder blades. And then downward facing dog. Beautiful, let's come to the other side. Left leg lifts, ground through that right heel. Again, keep firming into those arms. Rotate out that ankle, reverse the circle. And then when you're ready, bend that left knee, stack the hip, take the gaze underneath the left shoulder, smile, smile. Inhale, left leg up high, square that hip off. We're gonna bring it through runner's lunge. Right knee drops down, inhale, sweep the arms up. Give that hip flexor some love. Breathe into it. Good. And then slowly back out if you pressed forward. Left hand onto that left knee. Reach back for that right foot. See if you can kind of tuck under to really lengthen out that quadricep. You can always put a pillow or a cushion under that knee. Try to keep calm. What are you using? What's your tool to keep that mind strong? And to come out of this, I'm going to hinge forward a little bit and then slowly bring that leg down. Curl the back toes under. We're walking over to the right. Side to side lunges once again. So opening up those hips even more. I like to flex my foot in the side lunge because in Skandasana, that's what the foot needs to do is flex. So get that motion of the foot flexed. So your inner thighs feel what they're supposed to feel like in that Skandasana pose. Good, walk it over to frame that front foot, runner's lunge. Left foot meets the right into your plank. Here we go, chaturanga, up dog. Downward facing dog. And then we tiptoe top of the mat. Let's hang in our ragdoll. So grab opposite elbows, feet are about hip distance apart here. You can just kind of sway side to side. And then place the hands down. Let's inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, slowly roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Good, heel toe the feet together, Tadasana mountain pose. So big toes touch. Heels are slightly separated. We want an internal rotation of the thighs. Shoulder blades draw down the back, palms face up. Lengthen through the crown of the head and just close your eyes here. Feel this pose, bring presence to this pose. I'm just gonna check you guys out because I don't see anybody. I just wanna make sure we're all still there. Okay. So take about two more, there we are. Take about 2 more breaths. All right, guys, we're ready to flow. Here we go. We're gonna move. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, right leg comes back, right knee drops down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Left foot meets the right into your plank. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up high. Exhale, bring it through runner's lunge. Left knee drops down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. I'm gonna rock it up. Left foot meets the right top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Energy up through the fingertips. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go to the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, left leg comes back. Left knee drops down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Right foot meets the left into your plank. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up high. Exhale, bring it through runner's lunge. Right knee drops down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands come down. Rock it up. Right foot meets the left top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. We're taking it down. Deep breath in, arms up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. This time, plant the hands down, step, hop, or float. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. Hold it here for 2 breaths. Let's look at the top of your mat. Bend the knees, step, hop, or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's go one more time, guys. Keep that energy strong. Bring that presence. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant the hands down, step, hop, or flip, chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here, catch your breath. Even though we've been to this down dog a million times, I still like to find that presence in this pose. Bring awareness into this pose. Inhale the right leg up high. Exhale, let's bring it through for crescent lunge. Good. So high on that back toe. And I want you to find neutral spine. Super important in these standing poses. So I'm not letting these ribs splay out. I'm going to slightly tuck under. If that means this left knee has to stay bent, that's fine. Hug the ribs in, pull up through those mula bandhas, and then ignite through the arms. I'm still wrapping and firming those arms. And then we're going to take this to a pyramid pose, flowing through this. So take a deep breath in. Exhale, just drop the back heel, fold forward as you straighten the front leg. We're not staying, we're coming back to crescent. So there's a shift back onto that toe, bending into that knee crescent. Exhale, pyramid, straighten and drop the back heel. Inhale, crescent. Notice how I shift my foot before I even lift. Exhale, pyramid pose. Good, inhale, crescent, hold it here. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're taking a twist. So feel free to drop down to that left knee to get into the twist if you want to. And then lift the back leg back up. Remember, the key in our twist is to lean back in the twist to straighten out the spine. Press through the palms. Take your gaze down at this right foot. I'm going to tap this left foot up. So I'm high on this left toe, and then I'm going to tap it back into the twist. Take your gaze down at that right foot to help with balance. Tap it up, tap it back. A little bit of hip work here. Tap it up. You guys can do it. Tap it back. Now hold it here. Squeeze inner thighs as we lift up into water wheel. So left arm forward, right arm back. Try to find center. And then left hand down, right arm up, revolving half moon. I'm sorry, revolving crescent. Revolving crescent, I'm sorry if you lifted that back leg up. Squeeze inner thighs. All right, let's drop this left heel, lift this right leg up like you're coming into side plank, but then drop it behind you and flip your dog. Press the hips up high. See if you can remain calm. Anytime we're taking those back bends, our heart rate elevates. Use the breath to remain calm. And then flip it right back over into your plank. You guys are so strong. Let's take a chaturanga. Up dog. Smile. We made it through. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, I think we're ready. Inhale, left leg up high. Exhale, bring it through. Find your crescent. Remember, neutral spine here. I want you to think neutral every time you come into this crescent, or warrior one, or warrior two. So you got to think about neutral as head stacked over shoulders, shoulders stacked over hips. So I'm not here, I'm not back here, right? Everything's in alignment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, just drop the back heel, straighten the front leg, fold forward, pyramid pose. Good, inhale, shift back onto that toe, bend into the knee crescent. Exhale, pyramid. One more, inhale, crescent. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take that twist to the left. So again, feel free to come onto that knee just to kind of get into the twist. Feel free to even stay there or add that challenge. Again, I am leaning back to automatically straighten out my spine. And then shift forward a little bit so you're high on that back toe. Good, take your gaze down at the left foot. Keep your gaze there, it's gonna help with balance. I'm gonna tap this right toe up and then tap it back. Take your gaze down, tap it up, and then tap it back. We have one more. Tap it up, tap it back. Here we go, we have to lift, squeezing our thighs. Whew. I know it seems pretty heavy to lift up, especially this left side, and this left hip's a little weaker. But you just do it, and you breathe, and you smile. That's what gets us through everything. Smile. Right hand down, left arm up, revolving crescent. A little bit of a break, just a little. Squeezing your thighs so this left thigh bone wraps around. And then we drop the back heel firm into the right arm. I'm gonna start to lift this left leg, lift, lift, lift. And then I'm gonna bring it behind me to flip my dog. Press the hips up high. Remain calm, slow, steady breath. And then flip it back over into your plank. Remember, the transitioning into the pose is just as important. Try to keep it slow, steady, and calm. Chaturanga, up dog, downward facing dog. I think we need a sigh out there. Deep breath in. Exhale, side out. One more, deep breath in. Exhale, side out. Good, let's look at the top of your mat. Bend the knees, step, hop, or flips. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's keep that energy going, guys. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant the hands down. Step, hop, or float. Chaturanga, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to inhale the right leg up high. We're going to bring it through for warrior two. Good, so strong in the arms here. Press this right knee open so this right thigh externally rotates up towards that ceiling. Your front heel's in line with the arch, middle of the arch of the back foot. And then drop the shoulder blades. Find neutral. Good, let's inhale, reach the arms up. Here's our Skandasana pose. I'm gonna turn my left toe out to a 45-degree angle. I'm gonna bend into that left knee. Let's take the hands down first. See if you can open up that left foot more. So your foot is not straight. That may be key, Elizabeth. I don't know what you've been doing, but I wanna turn that left foot out. And then I'm gonna kind of sit. Good, now if you're high up here, just try to slide this leg out more. So just get it out there, yeah. All right, and then we use this elbow to open up. And breathe. So if you can't touch your heel, you may just need to work the inner thighs and stretch those out. So straddle, side to side lunges, standing straddle, right? Frog. Good, one more breath. Nice, and then press it up. Feel free to take the hands down. We'll bring it back into warrior two. And then we'll inhale, reverse. Lift and reach out of that spine. This left hand slides down as you press that right knee forward. And then we're taking a big launch here. Lift it all the way up into half moon. So feel free to take a hop or two to get there. Good. Flex that left foot. Feel free to bind here if that feels good or it's in your practice. Feel free to even float that right hand to the heart center. Beautiful, guys. If you took that bind, let's go ahead and release. I want you to square it off into standing split. We're going to come into a somewhat challenging pose here. Good. Breathe here. And then start to bend both knees. We're going to come into pistol pose. Bend both knees. This left leg swings forward. Good. And then see if you can come on to that right toe and just drop the left leg down. It doesn't have to hover. All right, we're just going to take the baby version here because this is a challenging pose. Squeeze inner thighs. Good. Maybe you see you can bring your hands to heart center, but it's not a must. Okay. Good. And then take the hands down. All right, we're going to swing this leg back through. So left leg swings back, hold it here, and then we lift the heart, lift the back of the spine, find your warrior three. You guys can do this. Try to get there. It's a strong pose, in and out. Good. One more breath. Hands come down, runner's lunge. Give that right leg a break. All right, so we're going to take side plank, left hand down, right foot on top of the left. Right arm reaches. Feel free to take this top leg however you want. And breathe in here for 3, 2, and 1. Flip it back over, take a flow. Nice job, guys. That pistol pose is not easy. We're going to try it on the other side. Maybe you feel a little bit stronger on that side. Left leg sweeps up high. Inhale. Exhale, bring it through warrior 2. Good. So relax the shoulders. Again, we're trying to spiral this left thigh open towards that ceiling. Slight tuck of the tailbone to find neutral spine. When I give that tuck, I engage my core. That's what we want. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Turn this right foot out, 45-degree angle. Start to bring it into a side lunge. Take the hands down, and maybe you want to slide that left leg out a little bit. Good. So this right knee should not be completely over the toe, right? My knee still behind a little bit. It's not stacked on the ankle, but I don't want to press. And then flex this foot. Remember, we practiced that in our side-to-side lunge. And then you lift up as much as you can through that root chakra. Good. Hands come down, or you cannot use them. I need them on this side with this bad knee. Let's open it back up to warrior 2. And then inhale, reverse. So I'm pressing the left knee forward as I'm sliding this right hand back in the opposition in the stretch. Press through that front heel. And then here we go, guys. We're launching it. Half moon. Step, and then reach it up. Feel free to use a block if you have it underneath that left palm. Here's that challenging pose we're coming to after a couple more breaths. Feel free to bind on this side and get a nice little quad stretch, or float that left hand to heart center. Good. Let's slowly release the bind if we took it. We're going to come into standing split for a couple of breaths. Good, let's go ahead and square both hips off. So drop this right foot if you opened it up. Bend both knees, bend, slide and swing this right leg forward. Come up onto that toe, drop the leg down. Squeeze inner thighs. Again, maybe you bring the hands to heart center. Maybe you keep them down, fingertips. It's up to you. If this is a new pose, just keep the hands down. All right, so everyone place the hands down. We got to press up and swing this right leg back. And then once you feel strong, start to lift up into your warrior three. Square that right hip off. We're not going to hold it here for long. Extend through that back leg. You can do it. Breathe and smile. And then runner's lunge. Little break. Did we make it? I know that coming out of that was not very mindful for me. All right, drop the right heel. Find your side plank. So your left foot's on top of the right. Firm into this right arm. The crease of that elbow faces towards the right. And then feel free to do anything you want with that top leg. Good. One more breath. Flip it over into your plank. Take a flip. Chaturanga. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Beautiful, yogis. We did it. Let's look at the top of our mats. Bend the knees, step, hop, or flips. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach your eyes. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's just pause here for a moment. Close the eyes. And slow down the breath. Bring the rhythm of the breath back to the rhythm of the heartbeat. Make them one. That usually means we're calm. We can find the ease in the pose, which really is our ultimate goal, just getting into that mind. All right, let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, sit back in your Uttanasana chair pose. Firm the arms here. If you have really tight shoulders, you can always bring your hands to heart center. One more breath. Bring the hands to heart center. We're going to actually twist to the left today first. So right elbow on the outside of that left knee. Press through the palms. Remember, lean back in the twist. See if you can drop the hips a little bit more. But then tuck the tailbone under and scoop the belly. Firm into that core. Good. All right, so we're going to take our gaze down. We've kind of did this in that crescent twist. Take your gaze down, shift your weight into that left foot. Start to extend the right leg and just bring it back into that crescent twist, or maybe come into your praying mantis where you find some float time. You got to shift your heart a little bit forward here and then place it down with awareness. Good, did we make it? Yeah. Drop the back heel, warrior one. Good, neutral spine here, yogis. Beautiful. Take the hands down and then take a flow. Let's inhale that right leg up high. Exhale, bring it through warrior two. Good, breathe. We've been here before. Take a deep breath in. We're going to bring it into that side angle. So feel free to stay up high or take that hand to the inside or outside of that right foot. Good, so again, I lean back, right, to straighten out the spine. Good, feel free to bind here. Getting another little twisting element. We're gonna all take a half bind here in a moment. Some of us like to get that deep twist. Beautiful. So if you're in the bind, release. Everyone take this left arm, wrap it behind. See if you can bind to that inner right thigh. If you cannot bind, it's okay. Just wrap it behind you. Deep breath in. We're going to straighten the leg for triangle pose. Good. Keeping that bind. Try to spiral this left hip up. Lean back. Soften through that right knee. Don't ever lock the legs out, yogis. Beautiful. Go ahead and release that bind. Swing this left arm forward, and then we're bringing it all the way around to side straddle. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. If you are ready to invert, take your inversion. If you inverted, make your way back down. And then we'll inhale, lift up halfway. Let's walk it over to frame that front foot. So you're in the right foot forward, runner's lunge, and then inhale the right leg up high. Walk your hands back to standing split. Once again, this may seem a little bit easier, hopefully, because we were already here. But then we're going to bend both knees and come up into standing. So tree pose, yogis. Find your tree pose. Whatever that looks like for you, if you can bring your foot to the inside of that thigh, try to press that foot into the thigh to spiral this right thigh open. Good, breathe. So keep pressing that foot into the thigh. Keep it strong. You're getting like a little compression there. Good. Let's go ahead and extend the leg out. Wrap it around the left, right arm underneath the left. Find your eagle pose. Elbows are lifted up to shoulders. Sit back in your chair. Remember, you can always kickstand that right foot. One more breath. And then release. Woo. Inhale, arms up. Shake it out. Rotate out that left foot. Let's come down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Walk the hands out into your downward facing dog. And then walk your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, drop the hips, arms up, chair pose, second round. We have everything on the other side. I can feel the excitement rising through the laptop. Breathe. Hands to heart center. Let's take that twist to the right. Left elbow to the outside of that right knee. See if you can drop the hips a little bit more. Lean back in the twist. Tuck the tailbone under to squeeze and engage the belly. Now we're coming into that crescent twist. How you get there, it doesn't matter. Shift your weight into that right leg. Hover the left leg. Just go ahead and send it back if you want to find it right away. Or maybe find some float time. I'm going to shift my crown forward. And I'm squeezing my inner thighs like heck. Place it down, crescent twist. Woo. Deep, deep, deep. Good. Drop the left heel, warrior one. Rise it up, yogis. Good. Hands come down. Right foot meets the left. Take a flow. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts up high. Let's bring it through warrior two. Strong, strong. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring it into that side angle pose. So whatever you took on the other side, try to keep it balanced. If you bound, try to bind on this side. And as I bind, I then start to lean back and spiral that right shoulder open on top of the left. Beautiful. If you're in the bind, release. Right arm reaches up. I want everyone to try to wrap this right arm behind or bind to the inner right thigh. This side, I actually have to come up and kind of pull my hands there. It doesn't just fall there. And then I'm going to straighten the front leg. Find your Trikonasana triangle pose. Try to spiral that right hip open. And then inhale that right arm up. Exhale, swing it forward to the right. We're coming into that side straddle, other side. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. I'll turn this way so you guys don't have to see my back side. Breathe here again. If you want to invert, feel free. If you're holding the stretch, try to find alignment. Shift the hips over the ankles. Your toes are turned somewhat slightly inward. So when I do that shifting, I can use those toes as brakes and I don't feel like I'm gonna fall. And then slowly release. Inhale, lift up. You're gonna walk it over to frame the front foot, which is your left foot. Runner's lunge. All right, inhale, left leg up high. Exhale, walk it back into that standing split. So hands walk back to that foot, find it just for a breath. And then start to bend both knees, come up to standing. You're gonna find your tree pose. So if you can, place your foot into the thigh and press into that foot. So, the thigh. So the more I press into the thigh, the more this left thigh is going to spiral open. Good. Find that focal point somewhere on the ground, preferably. If you want to find something in front of you a little more challenging, think of that mountain pose. I always like to pull up, and then I always press through the base of the standing big toe. So press through the base of the standing right toe. And then extend the left leg. Let's go ahead and bring it around to the right. Left arm underneath the right. Find your eagle. Breathe, concentrate. One more breath. And then inhale, release. Woo, shake that ankle out. Rotate out. Shake it all out. Let it go. Let it go. Have fun. Have a dance. All right, here we go. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Anytime I want to let something go, inhale, lift up halfway, walk it out to your down dog. I dance it out. Dancing is so good for the soul, and it just takes me to a whole nother world. Let's take our last flow here, chaturanga. Up dog. Sit back, child's pose. Let the knees fall out, extend the arms. Breathe it out here. One more breath. Good, walk your hands back. We're gonna come into our camel pose. So bring the knees together. Well, not together, but hip distance. Come up onto the knees. You guys probably have your variation of camel. Remember, you can come onto that gluteus maximus. Hug the elbows, squeeze. So we're retracting the scapulas. We're squeezing the scapulas together. I like to prop up onto my toes. We're doing 2 of these. And then I reach for the heels or the ankles. Squeeze the glutes here to protect the back. And then just lengthen your neck back. Don't drop it all the way. Again, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the scapulas. Remember, these are our back bends. Remain calm. Breathe through it. Slowly come out of this. Untuck the toes if you had them. Sit on the heels. Keep the eyes closed. Sit back. Just observe. Notice this little like sense of energy, this chi, right? That kind of just flows through our bodies after we come out of that. All right, let's take our second set. So you can do the same thing or maybe try to take it a little bit deeper. It's up to you. Everyone knows your back. Close the eyes this time. Try to remain calm. This is one of the ones we tend to start huffing and puffing and kind of freaking out a little bit, right? One more breath. Good. Press yourself up. Have a seat on the heel. Close the eyes and observe. Good. Let's inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, let's twist to the right. Take your gaze over that right shoulder, lengthen through the crown of the head. And then inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. And then we'll inhale back to center. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, so someone asked for a quad stretch. I'm gonna give you a quad stretch. Hopefully, since there's only a couple of us, you guys can find a space up against a wall, okay? I'm gonna just say that everyone can find a space. So I'm gonna move my mat. And then if you have like a towel with you, depending on your knees, you may want a blanket or a towel underneath your knee. Okay, can everyone still see me over here? Yes? Okay. So this is probably one of my favorite quad stretches because I'm actually super flexible and it takes a lot to stretch my quads. So this is pretty intense. I want you to ease your way into it. So I'm gonna place, so hopefully you can see this. I'm gonna bend this left knee to where it's literally touching the back of the wall. So remember we did this pose at the beginning of practice? Okay, so that's where we're going. This left knee needs to touch the wall. So you gotta kind of lift up and place it there. So your heel hopefully is touching your glute. Now you're gonna start with your hands down because this can get pretty intense, okay? Stay here if you feel it. If you wanna try to come up onto that knee, you're gonna try to lean back with your back up against the wall. If that's too much, I can lean forward, okay? So your full expression is leaning back, and then for a little added, I'm gonna tuck the tailbone under. All right, do we feel this? Can I get like a wave? Yeah? Staying in, I'm gonna come see how we're doing. Yes, can you feel that? Yay, is it a good one? All right, good. Hold it there. Again, remember, you're trying to get the back up against the wall, but when you do that, you want to tuck the tailbone under. Should feel that nice length and all the way down to that knee. Let's take one more breath. I know this is intense. All right, so to come out of this, slowly bring your hands back down. I'm going to walk over to the left and just kind of release that leg, okay? Take your time. All right, I'm going to switch legs. This right knee is going to come up against the wall as much as I can. Now you may notice one side is a little bit more aggravated. I like to use that word. My muscle feels aggravated. So take your time. Remember, you can keep your hands down, take it onto the knees. You can lean forward or try to press, but if you're pressing, you then tuck. Tuck that tailbone under. Deep breaths. All right, let's take one more, yogis. Good. Slowly come out of this. Place your hands to the inside, walk over to the right, and just kind of let that foot fall out. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and bring my mat back, but you can leave it there. We're just gonna kind of finish off with pigeon here, maybe shoulder stand. All right. We'll start in our down dog. Inhale the right leg up high or left, whichever you prefer to start with, and then bring it through into your pigeon. Just make sure this hip is in line with the ankle. Good. Let's find this proud pigeon first. Try to lift up, squeeze the inner thighs. And then exhale, release it down. Surrender here. So maybe come back to that intention that you set for yourself. Give yourself a focus here. Now that we're not moving, we got to keep that mind calm. Let's take one more breath. Then slowly, mindfully, press yourself up. We're going to go right into the other side, curl the back toes under. You stretch that right leg out, pedal it out. And then when you're ready, left leg lifts or right leg, whichever leg, just opposite, bring it through. And then surrender down. Nice. Let's take one more breath. Slowly, mindfully press yourself up. This time, Yogis, let's just swing the back leg forward, extend the legs out. And take a forward fold here. So pull the sit bones out from underneath. Extend the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, I want you to lift out of the waist and shift. So it's not a lift and a round. That's getting into our lower lumbar spine. We want to lengthen and stretch the back, not pull. So I kind of almost like I'm sending my heart towards the toes. And I want to continue sending the heart towards the toes even when I fold forward. So when I get here, I don't want to do this. Okay? Shift, shift, shift forward, relax. And slowly start to lift. Nice. Let's go ahead and come onto our backs here, guys. Final resting pose. Please, please, please try to stay. Now, I promise I won't be long. I know our mind starts to wonder. We got a lot to do after this, so I won't take it too long. Let's come on to our backs. Get nice and comfortable. Relax the jaw by parting the lips. Let those feet turn out naturally. Thighs spiral up. Palms, let's take the palms up to receive this love and energy that we just created here together. Try to focus on that third eye chakra, which is right between the top of the eyebrow. And let's just start to deepen our breath. Start to hug the knees into the chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. And then roll over to your left or right side, allowing yourself to sit up nice and tall in a comfortable seated position. You did it, yogis. We've made it. And we made it here together, which is the most important thing, right? I know a lot of us are missing a community, but we're still connected, just in a different way. And I know it's only a matter of days before we get to see each other again face to face and give each other big, big hugs. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Thank you so much, yogis, for sharing your practice with me. Always remember to love unconditionally, live intentionally, and laugh and smile each and every day. And the divine in me honors the divine in each and every one of you. And together we say, Namaste. Have a wonderful evening, guys. Hopefully I got to everything that we asked for.